Welcome back to episode 5 of the Otaku Summit, brought to you by Immersion Studios and Pro Touch. I am your host for the day, Japon, aka Kuma, and with me are my co-hosts. Everybody introduce yourselves. Why y'all do this like quick pause before y'all introduce yourselves?
They're shy.
Like every time, it's like they know it coming. They know it coming. Go on. Go ahead, Vicky. Go ahead.
Oh, hi, I'm Vicky.
Omar.
Hi, I'm Omar.
Okay. And
I'm April.
Yay, April.
Yay.
Hey, April unfortunately couldn't be with us in the studio today, but she is here on call with us. How are you guys?
So just like the My Hero Academia manga, you won't see me this week.
My
but
God.
you'll see me next week.
That really wasn't intentional though.
But
listen,
perfectly just now.
you really did. Like that's crazy because last week they had the beach episode too, and you managed to fit that in.
Yeah,
that's wild, April. I know you're not intentional. Oh, are you intentional? I feel like you're
no, it's not.
So we should call this episode the hiatus.
Yes. See, just like that. Another title right off the back. So how's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
Doing great.
Cool.
I'm actually like up to date with majority of the anime I'm watching.
Unfortunately, I am not. I've had a busy week. So I have to, do my civic duty to the promise and do jury duty. But this week I'm definitely going to catch up on everything because I don't have to go to work. So that's a plus. Yeah,
must be nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm up to date with everybody except for 2 animes.
Oh, all right. See, there you go. I mean, that's bad. That's not bad at all. Yeah. But that's good. All right.
I'm today with just about all. Like 2
Are you sure?
I got BPL, so I didn't get a chance to watch them today.
But the whole island got BPL.
Not me. Not me.
Well, not me too. So I mean, that's literally y'all problem. I gotta say, like, hey,
yeah.
Yes, BPL, the true enemy of all anime fans.
No. BPL is the true enemy of people who live out east.
Woo! I guess the West. I don't know what to tell you.
I live central, so.
Besides the one central resident. Yeah, but my light on though.
Half essential, I guess.
Oh man, but we have a full week this week. We have a full day. Point. Has it been any news? I haven't seen any real news this week besides one. Did everybody see the new Dragon Ball Z movie announcement?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Teaser thing.
Yeah, the little teaser.
They changed the animation style.
It's like send it to me to see it.
Whoa!
Did you come in the mind?
Wow!
Whatever.
Wow, that was intense. Like you didn't have to put Omar on the spot like that. yeah. Omar, I get that off for just so she can see it. But yeah, they changed the animation style this time.
Is it more better or was it like
it's CG? It's
really
crisp though.
Wait, CG?
Yeah, it's really CGI.
It's like berserk CGI?
No, I can show you.
Yeah, when he brings it up, you'll see. But
let me see if I can find it.
It looks like the video games.
Almost. Oh, okay.
Like the cutscenes you would see in the video games.
Kind of.
Yeah, kind of looks like that.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm a big fan of the Broly art style. So I wouldn't have been mad if they had kept that.
Yeah,
but, I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Is this movie like a continuation from Broly?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
It's just like whole standalone.
Actually, well, it definitely takes place after Broly because Pan is in kindergarten in this movie.
Right. So
that means she's like 4, maybe.
Yeah, so. But it seems like it has something to do with the patrol. What the full name? Galactic Patrol? Is that it? I can't remember the full name. Wow. Oh, Vicky's seeing the video. About the teaser. Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Dragon Ball Z Superheroes. That is a very
Dragon Ball Superheroes.
Yeah, listen,
that is the superheroes.
That is the most uninspired title I've ever seen for a movie.
The animation don't look that bad.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
It look good, right?
It doesn't.
Like it's CG, but it still look good.
Yeah.
Like airbrush. The shit on it looks airbrush.
Yeah, no, it really does. It looks like very like Omar said, it looks very crisp for CG.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, nothing much besides a few art directions for a few characters. I guess the villains are two twins, like the androids. They showed Pan, they showed Goku, they showed Piccolo, they showed Piccolo's house, and that's
And
pretty
Krillin.
much it.
They showed
Yeah,
Krillin too.
yeah. I mean, it's not a lot for, especially considering there was like a whole Comic Con announcement, but we didn't really get a lot. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's something to do with the Galactic Patrol. At least it looks like it is.
Yeah, as it stands, I'm not excited in any way because
Yeah.
I was hoping it would have been
Nah,
something
I'm not.
I thought they were going to bring back like another non-canon villain.
Yeah, I was hoping for that. More of that, and like the name doesn't really inspire me to go and watch
Yeah,
this. Like that doesn't give
Dragon
it
Ball
just
Super
super
Heroes.
superheroes.
Like
Yeah.
I understand,
like what?
Dragon. Can
I
you
understand
imagine
My
saying
Hero is
that
big
name out
now, but
loud?
like, come on.
It's like exactly. Oh, I'm going to go watch Dragon Ball Z superheroes. Like what? It seems like it has something to do with Saiyan, man. I don't
You
know.
could just
I don't
mean
know.
like Dragon Ball Super Heroes. Instead
But-
of having
but
Super twice.
There's already a show called Heroes though. for
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
The one-off series that they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
And
Is that the one that
ironically,
happened
it's like the
recently?
Time Patrol. For
Was
like,
that?
Was that the one that happened recently? Like a couple years? It was in like last year or something like that? But then something.
What you mean?
You mean Heroes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one-off, like when they had Dragon Super Saiyan 4. They had Super Saiyan 3 Broly, like stuff like that, and I think the most recent was Super Saiyan 3 Rose Goku.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, like it is, like I said, not much on that front, but it's like, okay, cool. I guess we just have to wait until they show more. But yeah, at the moment, I'm not really excited for the movie. That excited for the
Yeah.
movie. But I think that's really the only thing that's been going on this week, news wise. At least from what I've seen.
Apart from Shonen Jump being on break this week.
Oh yeah.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah, Shonen Jump's on break, so expect that to be
Jujutsu
back.
Kaisen comes back next week.
Yes.
everybody.
Like
Oh,
again,
yeah.
another reminder: Jujutsu Kaisen comes back next week. Oh, you read Jujutsu Kaisen April?
No, but I'm supposed to catch up on it.
Yes, please do. Whereas at now, I'm fully invested in the manga now. I'm fully invested. I wasn't fully there yet, but now they're doing a story that I'm really invested in. So
Okay.
I'm yeah. So I'm there now with that. Why are you looking at me like this? I wasn't. I've already talked about this. I mean, I haven't talked about this on the pod. I don't think. Do I want to get into that? No, we get into that.
You could get into that. Well,
Okay.
start the
Oh
segment.
my, I just want
All
to
right,
argue
okay.
with you.
No,
Look,
no.
I'm
All
not
right,
gonna
cool.
argue
All right,
with
cool.
you. Not
Okay,
with
cool.
that, at least.
Okay, good. I mean, this is being more of my opinion, right? But I saw a few, unpopular anime opinions over the week. I don't want to say like a few were definitely unpopular. I guess since I started Jujutsu Kaisen, one of them would be for me in regards to Jujutsu Kaisen. I did not get the hype with the Shibuya arc. I honestly didn't. I read it. Not to say I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I definitely enjoyed it. But as I read it,
you was expecting more.
yes. There are points where I felt the pacing was a bit off because I found myself more than once like trying to go back because I felt like I missed something.
Yeah.
Like there was something lacking.
I felt like the ending was like the ending for the arc, the transition from that arc to the next arc was a little abrupt for me. At a certain point, it was just like, oh, so
yes.
are we clear for spoilers?
The
right.
pacing is very fast.
Yeah,
It's very fast.
extremely
It doesn't
fast.
give you time to breathe and properly, like,
At all.
analyze and digest
No.
what happened.
Not at all. And that arc really made me realize I don't care for Itadori as a main character that much.
Yeah.
I was always about Maki, so
It was Gojo for me.
I was
It was
well,
Gojo for me.
Gojo was just eye candy.
well a certain
and Fushiguro Daddy.
yes, Fushigura's Diary. I don't want to give his name away for some anime
Oh,
on this,
Yummy
yeah.
and-
But yes, when he introduced, I immediately
When
like,
I
okay,
first saw,
cool.
I was like, I like
Right.
him.
Yeah, but for the most part, the Zenin family, I'm interested in that storyline. I'm
Yeah.
interested in seeing what's going on there. Even Sakuna is cool, but I'm like, my attachment to Sakuna is to seeing why is he so interested in Fushiguro, because even that like seeing us is like, all right, cool. Certain characters I was like, okay, I didn't care. Like certain things I saw coming, it's like I don't say I saw it coming, but it's like the impact that it's supposed to have didn't have for me. mostly that drew me to it because I saw some panels of the Mojito fight, at least for a certain part, and I really wanted to go there. I wanted to see that because I really hate Mojito, and I really wanted to see him be defeated. But for the most part, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen really, the Shibuya arc, it was cool, but not quite what I was expecting considering the hype. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, this is like the Chimera Ant arc of Jujutsu Kaisen." Yada yada yada. So you gotta see the Shibuya arc. You gotta like, all right, cool. Yes, like they really hyped it up. Which brings me to another thing. Hunter x Hunter. There's two parts with Hunter x Hunter for me. That are definitely going to be extremely unpopular. I don't think if Hunter x Hunter ever gets completed, in my personal opinion, that it should still be held as high as it is. That's just me. I don't think it's fair for
a non-completed series
work to be. I get the argument that everything that we've gotten so far has been but the arc that is being praised for what it is isn't even done.
No, Chimera Ant is finished. It's just that the arc there now is the Dark Continent.
Well, that's true. Okay, my bad. Yeah. My thing, I feel like your work still has to be finished because for those who know, we had similar talk for Attack on Titan. Now we see what the conversation is around Attack on Titan. Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just me in my thinking. I just don't think that is fair to have something held so high and it's the work of art. We don't know where it's going to go.
I think a lot of people put their foot in their mouth with that one.
Thank you.
I think that they let the hype get the better of them, so they just this is great, instead of like wait and see where it ends.
Which brings me to the Chimera Ant arc, which is going to be my second unpopular opinion. I feel like it's held like that through word of mouth more so than anything. I feel like it's just like more of like a unspoken rule that the Chimera Ant arc is this like pinnacle of anime.
I mean,
that's just me. I just think like it's more that the mystique, the aura around it than
I disagree.
Itself.
I disagree.
Well, it's fine. Like I said, the
only gripe that I would have with the Chimera Ant arc is that the pacing is very slow at certain points.
Yes.
It's a lot of dialogue, but that's just Togashi in a nutshell. Like everything in Hunter serves a purpose.
But I felt like Yu Yu Hakusho was better with that though.
Yeah, because Yu Yu Hakusho was more battle shonen. You don't need much dialogue. Hunter x Hunter it's more exposition, it's more world building, it's more character work.
Fair.
So that's why you needed stuff like that for this series. That's why I said, regardless of the pacing being too slow, everything in the Chimera Ant arc served the purpose. It all had a meaning. Togashi makes sure everything is properly explained, so you don't be like, oh, plot hole, oh, that don't make sense. Yada yada yada. That's why. Now the other reason why I disagree with you is because there's a lot of highs in the Chimera Ant arc. A lot of highs. There's a lot of Meruem is arguably a top 5 shonen antagonist.
All right. Okay.
His battle with Netero was legendary. And then I guess I could say this is an unpopular opinion because from what I've seen just this week alone, a lot of people don't rate Gon as a character. And
see, I wouldn't go that far.
I feel like a lot of people just don't understand his character.
I wouldn't go that far.
Because one thing, to me, Gon is the most unique shonen main character in Shonen Jump, in my opinion. Because
the most unique?
Yes.
Really? Why?
Because his ideals, the way he thinks, his actions are very unconventional when compared to the average shonen main character. Gon, he would save you, but he only saves you if you're like his boy or if you serve a purpose to whatever it is he's trying to do right now. Like in the first arc alone, Hunter Exam, that kid literally just watched tons of people die and he didn't bat an eye. He didn't bother to save them. He didn't care. He just was like, Killua okay, Kurapika okay, Lori okay, cool, that's good. Like he did not give a shit about any of those people. Deku wouldn't do that. Itadori wouldn't do that. Naruto wouldn't do that. Not they try to save everybody. That's the standard cliche or trope, I should say, in a shonen main character.
Do you think Luffy's not like that though?
Luffy would save people. But Gon only his actions only serves his purpose. Whatever this he's trying to do right now, that's what it is. Like another thing, Killua is a stone cold killer.
Yeah, he is.
None of those other characters would allow their friends to do the things that Killua does in this series.
Fair. All right.
And Gon doesn't care. And then the main reason why I said that Gon is unconventional is because of what he did in the Chimera Ant arc. I can't say it because I want Vicky to watch it.
Yeah,
but
Vicky
what happened with Nefertito?
Oh wait, April, have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
A long time ago. I probably have to refresh on that.
Okay.
What happened with P2 is just like
no, yeah, it was sad.
That
I mean, not say sad, but
it isn't. It's sad, but for like multiple reasons. I really want to say why, but I can't. But yeah, like that arc was just that had everything you would need.
I mean, yeah, like I said,
you better not be hyping this up, and when I watch it, it's gonna live up to it.
I'm telling you, it's a journey.
The Chimera Ant arc is definitely a top. Like it's a really good arc. It's a good arc, but I just feel like sometimes a lot of it is just the overblown hype of what it was at the time. Like that's really it. That's really it. Because now everything is this is the Chimera Ant arc of this is the Chimera. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
it had everything you would need. It's not even predictable.
Right. But you did say something that intrigued me. Prior to the part, you said it's like the pinnacle of shonen. And
yeah, Hunt. In my opinion, there's only 2 series that stand atop of shonen. Well, it was 3, but then we saw how Attack on Titan ended. But
Attack on Titan considered a shonen or a seinen?
It is. And actually it is. A lot of people. Oh, and I just want to also throw this out there, since we're on the board now. For a lot of people who don't know, and a lot of people who don't like mecha, hey, come close. Attack on Titan is a mecha.
Oh God!
It's a
How?
mecha.
I ain't getting
How?
Attack on Titan is a.
How?
You have humans that enter into Titans. Titans are pretty much just giant robots.
You stretch
replace
it.
the Titans with a Gundam.
They stretch it.
Attack on Titan.
I
don't care what anybody says. Attack on Titan is a mecha.
Back is a machine.
Robot.
Let me take a look at
Attack on Titan.
Humanoid.
Attack on Titan is a. You guys can fight me to the end. Attack on Titan.
I will fight you to the end.
Is another form of a mecha. Attack on Titan is just a hidden form of mecha. That is a mecha.
No, it's not.
If you think about it,
I see it.
The Titans are just replaced as Gundams. You have humans that literally take control of giant Titans to fight a war. It's a mecha.
I mean, technically, they transform into the giant Titans.
I'm just saying. It's
according
a mecha.
to Mal, it's an action, military, mystery, superpower, drama, fantasy, shonen.
Boom.
No Mac.
It's a mecha. It's a mecha.
No,
don't worry.
not.
It's a mecha. It's a mecha. All right.
Did you hit your head?
No, it's a mecha. It is definitely. It definitely follows the mecha.
He might have
formats.
He definitely.
It definitely does.
I really thought this was a seinen. Oh.
No,
it's not. It's not a seinen. A lot of people think that.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not.
It could. It feels like a seinen, but it's not.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Doc, but you said and Hunter, and I did bring up Full Metal.
Yeah, like I was
as my rebuttal to that.
Yeah, there's only 2 anime I put above shonen, and that's Hunter and Full Metal Alchemist. But for me, I think I'm more impressed with Hunter because this is Togashi's 2nd series. Because he previously did Yu Yu Hakusho.
Well, that's more so to be impressed with Togashi himself.
I know, but I just saying it shows his growth from one series to the other one.
Fair.
And then another thing is, like I said, with the writing, is just it's phenomenal. Like honestly, like Togashi, and there's one thing I will always I'll die on this hill. There's nobody in shonen who could do villains better than Togashi. Nobody. Look
inside the group going on about your boy who made Boku no Hero.
Look at
now.
Shigaraki is an amazing character.
I feel like he was being inside that group.
You can look at
I have to think about that. I have to think about that.
You got Meruem, you got Crollo Lucifer, you got Hisoka.
He does have.
Do you actually love Shinobu
He has an
Sensui?
extensive list of
Tagoro.
He has an extensive list
Yomi.
of villains. That can't be denied. He has an extensive list
no
of
one
villains.
can do villains as good as Togashi in Shonen.
Oda?
I'm just saying that I feel like I saw you inside the group.
There's not much One Piece villains with the level of depth that any of those characters are.
I need to be inside the group talking about
What's that?
What's the guy?
What,
who
Shiggy?
made- No, the guy
Horikoshi?
who writes
My
Boku no
Hero?
Hero. Yeah.
Yeah, Horikoshi.
Horikoshi.
Don't even inside the group talking about he has one like he writes
Oh, no.
villains very well. Was that you?
He does.
He does, but
he
Togashi
does.
is the king.
I'd say he has an extensive list.
Okay.
Because he has two.
Togashi is the king.
He has Yu Yu Hakusho and he has.
He is the king, but you cannot touch Togashi when it comes to villains.
Do you have a point on that, April?
Because I haven't read Hunter and Hunter for a long time, so I don't want to jump into this battle. But because I watched Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Who
I don't think
who does better villains?
I feel like there have been other writers who have brought some very interesting villains.
They do, but
to the table.
not with the
I don't think
consistency
that he's the
as
king.
Togashi.
Maybe
I'll give you Togashi for now because I really can't. I'll give you Togashi for now. From the standpoint of he has two popular works and the villains in it have been really well done. I'll give you that. I'll give you that for now. So, Vicky and April, you guys have any unpopular opinions, anime wise?
I don't know. Like I can't really think. Let's say April go first.
I
feel like Vicky would have
thinking,
an unpopular opinion because he's usually the one that goes against the grain of what a lot of people find popular.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Oh, right, you didn't give yours. That's true. But go, April, if you have one.
All right.
You have one.
All right.
I'm really thinking. Let them go first. I'm thinking.
All right. I like to dedicate this opinion to my good friend Angela Alexandria, because she's a big fan of the series.
Clover?
Black Clover is shit.
Oh god.
It is.
garbage.
Back on this again?
It's literally great value Naruto mixed with fairy tale.
But the thing, okay,
literally.
here's my thing. The author knows that. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, then I shouldn't care. Like, it is what it is. He knows he is playing up the popular tropes. But Black Clover is not. Black Clover is
because I have
Hold
Omar saying that he enjoys it.
Yes, you have me in 4K. You do. You have me in 4K. But what? Okay, it's not shit, right? But it's like it's not anywhere near as good as a lot of the people who talk about it say that it is.
I mean, here's my thing.
It's just cliche
It's
for me.
like-
It's just like it's like whatever.
It does the cliche stuff, and it knows it
If
does
you're
that.
interested in
That's what
that,
I'm saying.
then that's what people like.
My thing is,
No, it's just that when people
I mean,
try
like, you just
to
have some people just watch fights and stuff.
Now,
Like, they don't,
when
they
people
don't
try to
solve
allude that
context.
it's like one of the
There's just,
best
like,
in
to
Jump
watch
right
it.
now, like I'm like, what y'all
Now,
reading / watching?
the only time that I go against the grain with Black Clover is when they have, and this has been going on for a while, the Black Clover in My Hero War, when it's trying to compare, I'm like, okay, wait, slow down a bit.
Not even on the same
right,
level.
but Black Clover is not
Not
bad.
even
Black
on the same
Clover,
level.
for me, Black Clover is like the new generation fairy tale in the way it's treated. Both are not that bad the way people make it out to be. It really isn't.
Well, fairy
that
tale
would
is
be
not
like my
bad
unpopular
in
opinion.
some
I think fairy tale is
cases.
bad. People make
In
it out
some
to be.
cases.
Fairy tale is
In
only
some cases.
hated because people hate the power of friendship. That's it. That's
Not
it.
necessarily.
Yes.
Like, it's,
That's the primary reason. What do you
No,
When
mean?
they brought it back, the
hold on,
animation
hold
was a
on.
little wonky for me, but
If
that
the
was something I
power
got
friendship-
accustomed to.
the what my gripe with fairy tale is that a lot of it doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Like
Because everything is solved by friendship and
Yeah,
love, then that's
yeah.
what you're
That's the
Yeah.
same. That's the same. It's the power of friendship.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you think, because like you said, I always say this. Prior to the time jump, and they had the
Celestial
Wizard
War?
Eternal. No, was that the tournament? The Celestial War.
The
That
Grand
was the
Magic
tournament
Games.
after
The
the
Grand Magic Games, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes, the Grand Magic Games.
Yeah.
Up to that point,
I
Fairy
thought
Tail
it was
really
pretty
good.
good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fairy Tail was like really good.
When it went on
Yeah.
that long hiatus and came back, that
right.
was when it was like, for
Yeah,
me.
yeah, and then the manga when they broke up the guild and they had to get, yeah, that's when it. But after that point, it was pretty good. So I honestly don't think Fairy Tail is as bad as people make it out to seem, as well as Black Clover. Honestly, in my opinion,
I don't think Black Clover is bad either. But
that's what I'm saying.
That's just me.
Black Clover is mid.
I feel like
Oh
my
my
opinion
God.
about Black Clover
It's
is that
mid
I
at
feel like it waited too long to get decent.
Really?
That I mean, like, cause to me, like, I checked out Black Clover way too early, way early on,
And that's the problem.
because I just couldn't stand Asa. What that's his name?
Screaming?
Asa.
Oh.
I guess. Oh my god.
Call him
I
by
Oh.
his real name.
I couldn't.
Great value Naruto.
Oh my god. Okay.
I just couldn't.
A lot of people.
Every 5 seconds.
A lot of people couldn't
I
take
couldn't.
the voice early on. That's fair. I understand that voice actor did change it because I think a lot of complaints were there. It's like
God,
it's
I
too
just
forward.
couldn't.
But I think from they got to the Water Temple in Black Clover, and then the Elf War started. I thought if Black Clover was really, especially during the Elf War when I first started, like,
That
I was
took
enjoying
so
it.
long. I went to a manga arena. I was just like,
No,
what
I was reading
happened?
it. I was reading it, but it was really good.
That
I
took
think
so long to like get to the point in anime. It's just like, so what happened?
Yeah,
like I had
yeah,
all
they
the
did.
questions I needed to
Yeah.
answer. I just went to a manga arena.
Yeah.
I asked him, and he explained it to me. I'm like, okay, cool, good. So now it's just like
Yeah.
me playing the waiting game to wait to
Yeah.
see how it was gonna happen for the anime.
True, but I think Black Clover had a really good stretch like during that time period. I don't think it's bad, especially now and then at the time jump and everything. But yeah, like I said, I don't think it's bad.
And Asta got buff, got ripped.
That's my honestly that's my biggest complaint with Black Clover. I think he looks stupid. Like
he looks very
with this dead
disproportionate.
short shirt.
Very
he
disproportionate.
looks very stupid.
I
Like,
don't think he look proportionate rip wise. His thighs ripped, his arms ripped, his
no, he like
torso's ripped. Just so
he
this
has
shirt.
this huge torso.
Yeah.
And he's already short. And he's drawn obviously short. So he just looks like this stubby
Rip short person.
right? It looks stupid. It looks dumb. When I
Isn't
first
that
saw
what
it, I was
happened
like,
to oh gosh, oh gosh, what is his name from Seven Deadly Sins?
Meliodas?
Yeah. Didn't he get a little? Well, I think they kind of had fixed his proportions a bit better. 'Cause remember, he got he got a little buff.
He looks buff. Yeah, but it's
but it
drawn
was
much
proportion wise.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But Asta just looks dumb. I'm sorry. But other than that, it's cool.
So
It's
since
good.
we're here, Omar, what about Black Clover compared to Boruto? I want to stir up the pot.
God.
All right, here you
Okay.
go.
Since you said Black Clover is very low, where's Boruto on your
God,
scale?
look at-
Boruto is a
Look at
lot higher
Vicky.
than Black Clover.
You said
Really?
Boruto is not higher?
I say it's a lot higher than Black Clover.
You confused.
How am I confused?
You confused.
Boruto is doing something
If you
different.
no, if you take out all of the recent events compared to when Black Clover was
Now,
running and Boruto was running, which one would it be higher? Take out all the recent events that's happening
you
now.
Mean, you mean how they recap the movie? That's what you're talking about.
No, like everything before what's happening now.
Everything.
When Black Clover
when
aired
Kawaki
and
came
when
into the
Boruto
story-
aired,
Oh, you mean the anime?
everything, yeah, the anime.
Oh,
Before
well,
Kawaki
yeah.
came into the
The
story,
Boruto
when they
an-
were airing at the
Yeah.
same time,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
have this.
Yeah, the Boruto anime was in it for a while.
For
But,
a
like-
while, for a long while.
But
Like,
The longest, and I feel
I am
like
an
it got
advocate for the
good.
manga,
Like
though.
it
I tell
got
people to
decent
read
on
the
film
manga.
way
No,
too
it
late.
didn't.
Yes, I had to drop the manga. I
That's
got
a
tired
personal
reading it.
problem for you.
They was
That's a
taking too long to get to the
personal
point.
problem
No,
for
no.
I kind
The
of agree
manga
with
been
Vicky.
hyped
Like they
for a
took a
while.
very long
took very long time to get to the
where
point.
they
It's been hyped for a while.
which caused a lot of people to drop it. Because I was actually
yeah,
I actually
that's
gave
the problem.
Boruto a chance.
that's the problem. It
Yeah,
took too long.
it
they
just
shot itself
took
in the
so
foot
long.
when they recapped the movie. They spent a whole
It
10
wasn't.
months
See, hold on.
recapping the movie.
It wasn't just the movie. It's the fact that they wanted to add so much content to the manga itself in terms of backstory that they just drew it out far too long. I don't want to see them go on a mission to save a cat, to do these all these mundane. I don't care. But I already read the manga. I already had to go.
Oh, the
through,
anime. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I already had to.
Yeah.
I already gave it for in the manga too for retelling the movie. But okay, they switched up the battle.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And
saved
they said
themselves
that.
with that. Yeah.
Boom. Exactly. I already know what happens, and the manga already is
It's monthly.
Picked up now.
It's monthly.
It is monthly. It picked up now, but it was.
I'm only 2 chapters. Let me confirm. I was only 2 chapters behind, and I dropped.
My problem. It was written.
Oh my god!
It was written like it was supposed to be weekly, and that was my big because not a lot happened. Yes. So I already have to go through that with the manga. I want to see what's happening. Canon what? I don't want to see all this other stuff. And if you're gonna do that, don't draw it out. That was my biggest issue with Boruto.
Yeah, the anime in it.
No, and only now where it's picked up as like, okay, I'm gonna peek and see. But it's like I didn't want to watch any of that of Boruto, and I can still understand Boruto. Like that's my thing. Like that. So no, I can't. I really can't put it over Black Hole. Not for that.
All right, let me rephrase. I prefer the manga of Boruto.
As everyone should.
I'm only 3 chapters behind, and I dropped it.
Because
I got tired.
You have a personal problem.
Oh my
God. You want to get into it? You want me to explain why?
I said my piece. I got tired of it. I just was getting drawn out. They were taking too long to get to the point for what I wanted to, and I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I could find better things to read than to waste my time on that.
She want the time skip to happen now. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
She don't want to build up to it.
Honestly, I'm an opinion. I want the time skip too.
Me too.
But I do enjoy what is that.
I need it to be natural. I need that build up to be there first. I don't want it to be like, oh, time skip, and then like we see like Boruto could blow up the moon. Like how you go from there to this?
You know what it was? The introduction of Kawaki. Really, it saved it for me.
Yeah,
it made it much more interesting for me. It made it much more interesting for me because I was waiting for that too. I was like, all right, cool. I like the flow now, and then everything recent that happened with the battles, and then them using karma, the more explanation, and then
you read the last chapter, the relationship with Kawaki and Naruto. That father son, like Naruto sees himself in Kawaki.
I mean, obviously.
And obviously. I was thinking the same.
And like in the latest chapter, Kawaki was like, he was like, oh, I don't think I belong here anymore. Everybody's rewatching every and then Naruto pick him up on his shoulder. He was like, come here, my stupid son. And it's just like, oh my god.
Just like, you got Naruto dying for Naruto to give him attention. And then
listen. I never actually thought about that. I never thought about that.
Naruto was practically dying for Naruto to give him some type of attention, and then you have this little...
Here comes Kawaki.
Yeah.
And he just like instantly gets
this out of nowhere, a family member they essentially adopted. And he's like, oh, come, you're my son.
Boruto was getting that from Sasuke. What are you talking about?
I mean, whenever he there.
Yeah, you're right.
Because Sarada didn't even know who her father was, how her father looked. Exactly. So, I mean, whenever he there, sure, cool. But yeah, Boruto is. I mean, it
sucks.
But I was gonna say, surprisingly,
it
still popular.
It sucks.
Like my thing about
it's surprisingly
Boruto is
still
that,
popular.
Yeah, like my thing about Boruto is that I feel like it's very interesting right now. It's just that I cannot put myself to catch up. I can't swim through all the shit to get to the good stuff. I can't.
Read the manga.
So I give up on that.
Yeah, just read the manga and start. I'd say read the manga and start from Kawaki's introduction in anime.
I was reading the manga.
Yeah.
And I was watching anime, and I asked her like, this ain't making
sense. Well, Vicky just gave up. She wants to tap we have to. We have to.
And I ain't here for it right now.
I'm being honest. It wasn't making sense. You can imagine watching the anime weekly and then reading the manga monthly. It's just there, like, but
that
was frustrating. That don't make sense.
That was frustrating.
But the manga makes sense.
Here's my thing. Kizimoto should have just continued doing what he was doing with Boruto one time instead of turning
exactly.
Instead of trying to do samurai.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. He should have just continued to hit himself.
What that called? Samurai 8.
And you know what's so funny about Samurai 8? It only got good when it was canceled. When it got canceled, like literally after Samurai 8 was announced that it was getting canceled, it started to get good. I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah. No, I stopped reading that.
So why you couldn't do this from the beginning?
Me too. And then when I picked it back up again,
that's what I'm saying.
It was like it get canceled. I was like, so it get good,
and now it's canceled. So why you didn't just do this from the start?
I think I dropped when the main character I'd meet the guy and they was go like they had like the little cat or something like that. There was like a pet.
Oh yeah.
That was when I dropped it. I was like, I dropped it
when they go on to that planet or that moon or whatever it was.
The planet.
That's when I dropped it, and I was like, I can pick this back up.
That's when. I guess when the dude was trying to swing them or something like that. Yeah. That's when they kind of dropped it too and brought it back in. I was like, I don't know. Kizimoto has me feeling sometimes he just got lucky with Naruto.
Yeah.
Am I just being honest? Yeah. Sometimes I just feel like he just got lucky with Naruto.
Not everybody could be a Togashi.
Listen, this dude.
The goat.
The goat. This man, you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about that love for Togashi? This man don't even care about them. He's just being home playing Dragon Quest, not even without a care in the world. That these dudes just sitting at home waiting for Hunter X gonna come back. Any little news about Hunter X coming back? This man don't even care about your sanity.
3 year hiatus, bro.
3 years. I ain't gonna lie. I can't blame him. I ain't gonna lie. I can't blame him.
Yeah, jokes aside, he
wanted to come up with them bags upon bags upon bags on his eyes.
The Bappa. Yeah. The Bappa good.
Yeah. Jokes aside, he is
that
very
picture is make me laugh every time we see.
Yeah. But it's just funny though, like he's extremely sick, but he ain't too sick to play Dragon Quest.
Exactly. Bro, you see this new Dragon Quest? It's saying 10 out of adults.
Like, y'all ain't never getting out there except the back. I might as well tell you, y'all ain't never get out there. Oh my god. So Vicky and April, did y'all think of anything in the meantime?
What?
Did anything come to you guys or no?
Oh no.
No, it's okay. Because we did a lot with that. We did a lot with that.
I pretty much jumped on the Boruto and Black Clover thing. I honestly can't think of anything.
All right.
I'll stir the pot. I'll throw this out there. Demon Slayer is as hyped up as it's good to be. So the animation is nice, but the story is average.
I actually don't think that's unpopular
I started the manga at a certain point. I was like, I'm done with this. And I dropped it.
You watch Mugen Train?
No, I started, but I haven't finished it yet.
Okay. You started and not finished it.
For me,
my opinion about Demon Slayer. My opinion about oh boy,
we have to keep Vicky off the pod.
My opinion about Demon Slayer is that I did not like how it when it got to the end, I read the manga as well. Like when it got, I feel like it was rushed, very.
You feel like it was rushed?
Wait, what?
Yes,
wait. You mean the manga ending?
The fight or the ending?
It just it felt like I don't know. It felt like all of a sudden they're just like, okay, now we're gonna go fight the demons, and then it felt like I don't know. Just feel. I mean, what's the word? It still felt like it was rushed to me in a bit. Even though they did give time for they went fight after fight after fight, and then I just didn't like the epilogue as well. It felt cheesy to me. Okay. The epilogue.
Yeah.
Two things what you say.
Yeah.
When you said that the fight felt too abrupt.
Well, the fights weren't.
You don't mean the Muzan fight, right? Because that fight was extremely drawn out.
Yes,
and I hated majority of that.
I hated all of it.
Specifically because it was drawn out.
I hated all of it.
The fight, I'm talking about the mini gauntlet fights. They did they did a gauntlet type wide thing.
Well, they got to the main fight. You mean with Kokushibo? The first moon.
You mean when they fought the other upper moon? That's what you're talking about?
When each one had their little conflict with the upper moon.
Oh no, I have to disagree with that.
They needed to do that. He just was that's literally.
I disagree.
That
wasn't rushed to me.
Swordsman twin.
And then I just didn't
oh gosh,
I just the boarhead guy,
right? Spoiler.
Oh shoot! Oh shit!
Yeah.
I forget spoilers.
Yes.
Anyway, but there was this tidbit thing about the boar. I'm not gonna spoil, but there was this tidbit about the boar guy, right? I can't remember his name, but the guy who has the boar on his head. Inosuke. They just added this random thing about his past within the fight. I felt like
that wasn't random.
But we never knew anything about his backstory.
It felt random. I know, but I felt like y'all chose now.
Yeah, they should have did it earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it was needed. It's just that they waited too long to do it. So I can see where you say
Yeah. Some things felt like it should have happened prior.
Yeah.
To it,
more setup. More setup.
Right.
To it.
Even Zenitsu's fight, I felt like that should have been something of its own. Yeah. But I'm still not mad.
They should
completely mad how they did it.
Demon Slayer is a series that suffered from them. She just was trying to get to the point. Like I wouldn't have mind if they took like if they slowed the pacing down to like how you say Inosuke needed or Zenitsu needed like his own space. Like it would have been nice to have a arc just centered around Zenitsu and his backstory.
Exactly, because
instead of just like having it all tie into their fight against the upper moons, and then they throw in his backstory and have his big character moment. At that time,
because a lot of that they hinted like early, and then that was like the payoff, but it didn't have like a middle. To really rest on it, and Zenitsu does something in that fight where I felt like would have been good to see more of. Like that would have been a big development for him, and then we move on to the other fights. But that
they had some pacing issues. Is that that's how I see it. They had pacing.
She was too much to the point at times. She definitely was too much to the point. But
because like it's like right after like almost feel like right after the red light district arc, which is coming up by the way in anime
season 2.
I feel like they decided to like let's start running now. Because I felt like the pacing before the red light district arc was kind of like okay. But then as soon as after the red light district arc, after like a certain event happened, they just decided to go
like they started moving towards
ahead.
the end. Started moving towards the end. So it's, you're right. You're definitely right. Because I was honestly shocked when I first learned like Demon Slayer was ending, and it's like I felt like this is short.
I feel like
I felt like they ended abruptly. Did something happen? Like did funding suddenly become cut off?
Yeah, because I felt like
it could have gone on longer. Because I felt like since like the first 2 instances, like the upper moons had like their own little arc. I thought that probably was gonna go on like that. But no, they're like, no, we're just gonna have a cosmic style fight in the end.
Like they just want to tie up everything. Like she just wanted to tie up everything one time. Yeah, no, you're right. I actually did think that myself. I didn't think they were going to have it in that essence. But I still enjoyed all of that.
Yeah, I still enjoyed it.
That I enjoyed the actual final fight. Like the fighting the upper moons were much more enjoyable for me. By far. So I really hope the
Akaza was my favorite at all of like oh man.
And Kishibu,
Kokushibo.
I also felt like, oh gosh, I don't know if this is a spoiler. Maybe it is. I just felt like
try to keep it
the
as
author.
vague
I just feel like I just feel like the author got bloodthirsty in the end. I felt like certain.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
I think certain
my favorite character
shouldn't have
happened. My favorite character, like I feel like that was a misstep.
I felt like the author just felt like I'm just gonna kill off characters for no reason.
She was out for blood for real.
Yeah,
she was out for blood.
It's like, hey, I'm ending my manga, so might as well cut off some heads. I felt that's what I felt like. I don't think they should. I don't think this. When I saw some deaths, I was like, that person didn't have to die. Oh, that was unnecessary.
This is my thing too. What I thought we were going to get, but we didn't, and I kind of wanted to see it. I wanted to see. That may be spoiler. But I wanted to see, to be as vague as possible. I wanted to see Tanjiro, Zenitsu, and Inosuke advance in rank.
Yes,
that would have been cool.
Yeah, I wanted to see them advance in rank.
If they had more time, I don't know. I felt
she had time.
It's just like
she just wanted to. It just seemed to me like she just really wanted to just end the series.
Yeah, like she had a goal in mind.
Yeah. Because let me tell you, she does something like, okay, I don't know if any of you guys read fan fiction, but like what she did really pissed me off. Like, if you read fan fiction, right?
Yeah.
If you read fan fiction, right, and then like you see them get to a certain point, right? Like, and you're like that they've been hyping up in the chapters, and then they just sped through the moment that they've been hyping up. I'm like, why? Why did you breeze through this thing that you've been building up to all these chapters?
If I could redo Demon Slayer, I would definitely include something like that, and I'd even like recycle new Aqua Moons even to make it last longer. Because I'm sure a lot of people would have appreciated it. I'm sure she has the quality to make it good.
Or I would have made the lower ranks a bit stronger.
Yeah,
to get to that point. But
give each upper moon their arc.
Right.
Give them, because you had these different settings, right? You had the forest, the spiders, and then you had the train, and then you had the red light district. You had these very good
you had the
place
village with
settings.
the swordsmiths.
The swordsman village. Like you had each arc has its own special setting.
Yeah.
I just wish they did that.
Yeah.
Like with each upper moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like was it so hard?
Hey,
I guess it was. I guess it was hard.
I guess it goes back to what Vicky said. The story itself, I mean, the plot itself wasn't anything out of the world. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, she did something right, because Demon Slayer, like, literally,
she made her money.
Yes, it's literally
she made what they deserve.
You can literally say it's the most popular, it's most popular property right now. And still is. So so I mean, she did what she had to do. So
they advertised it because my friend who had went Demon Slayer, my friend who had went to Japan, I think that same year it aired, he went there before it started airing, and he was like, "Yo," because he saw it, and I was talking to him about it. And he's like, "Oh, this is the thing that they were advertising," because they advertised it a lot heavily inside Japan when he was there. He was like, everywhere I went, like they had like an advertisement for Demon Slayer.
Oh, before the anime actually started.
Nice.
Oh, that's
I can picture
that's actually pretty interesting, considering the anime didn't really
kicked off until like episode
19.
Like also in Japan, they were hyping up
what if they do enough for Chainsaw Man right now?
The war arc for My Hero Academia in Japan. They was hyping that. They was advertising
on the subway.
On the subway?
Yeah.
Really? The subways, they had like trailers and like tons of posters everywhere, all in the subways in Japan for MVA.
Yeah.
For MVA.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that definitely happened then.
Also for the war arc too, when the war arc was coming, they also advertised that.
It was a really cool thing with Shiggy. I think they had.
I know. Oh my gosh! When he was walking, everyone was just turning into dust.
Yeah.
Like, awesome. Oh, I need to look that up.
Yeah,
I remember
that. That was hard. That was hard.
I really hope we get that done correctly for the end of the season.
I don't know why y'all worrying, babe.
I mean, no. I mean, I'm not really.
I am worried because
I'm not really worried, but I just said I wanted to be the best.
Okay, since we're sort of talking about My Hero Academia for a minute, I am still worried because I felt like. Sorry, I was like, I had to say, I am still worried. Because I really expect that they was gonna finish off the Endeavor Agency arc this week, but they're giving them another episode. I felt like they could have ended this episode. You know how much episodes left that's the My Villain Academia arc?
Yeah.
It's like that because they wanted to throw in that tie-in for the movie.
I was just gonna say it's very obvious now that they wanted to let this stretch heading into the world.
They stretch in too long though. It's too long of a stretch. I'm very worried.
Because I'm not because I feel like once
they're done
with quote unquote promotion for the movie, which essentially this is too. I feel like it's just gonna be off running with MVA because they would.
This is the first time that I'm worried about Bones. It's the first time that I'm really worried about Bones. I'm like, Bones, what you doing?
I'm not that concerned.
I am concerned.
I have no concerns
I'd only be concerned like when the arc happens and then I see it and it's like, oh, okay, wait, no, this shouldn't. I think, but yeah, until then. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
I feel like these are gonna get cut.
I think no. I doubt it. I feel like you're worried because we hold MVA to such a high
and that's the only reason.
I know.
That's literally the only reason.
We need it to be perfect.
That's literally the only reason why there's been so much discourse around this season.
I know
because like we hold MVA in high regard.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really it. That's really
because MVA is such a very important part. Like it sets things. It's a very important set piece.
Yeah.
and it's a very out of box arc for shonen manga. Because of the focus that it takes in it. It takes the perspective of the actual villains.
You know what else was that, dog? the Chimera.
I know you.
answers.
I know you was gonna say that.
Of course.
Know you was gonna
Of
say
course,
that.
you
So
was
with that
gonna say
being said, right? So with that being said, we had some good episodes this week. One in particular being Tokyo Revengers. I know we started in the conversation.
Listen.
Oh,
So let's just get into it. Let's just get into it.
Can we talk about sport? Can we talk about the Can we talk about the episode in
Yeah,
detail?
we can talk. Yeah, by the time this comes out, it would have been way past the time.
This episode was the most stress I had.
It was.
It
took a very deep turn. It took a very deep turn.
I was like, what are the
me.
odds that the nigga who he hit in the back he had, like he had no tomorrow, was this nigga brother? I say, mother sick.
That's true. At first I was like, oh, this is probably someone related to Baji. So it's like he started crying. And
at first I thought it was what do you name Hamo? The guy
Hamo,
the guy from what the other gang is who Baji them going, yeah. The Hamo with
the
arrows. I thought that was him based on the silhouette before he come to the light. I just was like,
I did think it was. I kind of did think it was someone we saw.
And then I put two or two together. I just was like, hold on a second. He said K-Ski. I just was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
This means that this guy know Baji personally. Baji is
right.
Mikey childhood
That's
friend.
right.
I was like, hold on a second. Please don't tell me there's someone related to Mikey. And then
I thought it was someone related
but
to him.
Like this is my thing, right?
Go ahead.
It's that they were saying that okay, we're gonna kill Mikey, and here's the reason we're gonna kill Mikey. And it's just that I thought Mikey probably did something, but then
I still think he kind of did.
What?
Yeah,
what did Mikey tell? Did Mikey tell him go into the bike store and steal the bike?
Okay.
Did Mikey tell them to go knock the guy over the head?
And
no.
So
how is it Mikey's fault? They killed Mikey's. Oh.
But here's my
brother.
But here's my thing. My take on that for episode 16. I think it's more so the fact, because I said it too. In another group, it's like these dudes really love Mikey too much.
Yeah.
Far too much. So when that happened, and he kept repeating but I was doing this for Mikey. He started to rationalize it as though
it's
Mikey has this
crazy
pull on them, this created this obsession in them for him that made him go out and get this because they wanted to do it for Mikey. So it's like he rationalized it in himself as though it is in fact his fault. If I didn't like you as a person, I wouldn't have been here in the beginning with. So I got to kill you because you have this I guess hold on me or whatever. So that's really what. But he's
a whole psychopath.
He's an inch. Yeah, he's an inch. And it kind of showed a glimpse of it too when he was when he saw the family.
I feel so sorry for Baji because Baji didn't want to. Baji didn't want to do it. Baji was the one that had sense. He was like, let's not do this. Mikey didn't want us to go steal. Let's not do this. And then Kazutora was like, well, let's do it. We have to do it. No, you didn't have to do it.
Now, my thing is...
Baji. And you just dragged Baji into that mess. I feel so sorry for him.
But I want to see why Baji is now in present.
I have a theory
because I'm
he'd be in
now
a
it seems kind of dumb.
I think he'd be in a double.
You think so too? Because when they started to emphasize the spy thing, I kind of thought it.
He ain't do nothing wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
That stuff.
So it's what would have made you feel as though you have to join Valhalla now? At the end of the day, if it was because obviously they don't, but Mikey doesn't acknowledge him.
Yeah.
When it comes to being the founders of Toman.
Right.
It's I understand. He has every reason to be upset with him because of what he did. So it's I get it. So any animosity you may have feelings though, he won't let him back into the gang or whatever it is, it's understandable, it's warranted because you just don't do that and expect everything to be cool. So I have to see what's going on that end because at the moment Baji's reasoning seems kind of stupid.
Yeah,
that's what seems kind of stupid.
Yeah,
rationalize. I can't remember his name right now, but
Kazutora.
Yes, rationalizing why he feels that way is really just mental. Honestly, it might be. It's really just a lot of mental, on his end.
Yeah,
but
I see things. I feel like.
Go April.
Sorry. I feel like Baji has to be a spy. He has to be a spy.
Yeah.
And how I feel like Mikey forgave Baji because he knew Baji didn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he's telling. That's why he's telling our main character to go bring him back.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't give two shits about Kazutora because he know that he was the dude who was behind everything.
I was telling CJ Kazutora had to go, bro. He had to die. I was killing
Yeah, I know. He has to die.
He had to.
No,
bro.
Look, crazy, crazy dumbass.
I didn't think Avengers would go. These two, again, I think, and I asked this question before on the podcast. Where the hell are these people? Where the hell are their parents?
The only time you see their parents is someone dead or they're in the hospital.
Literally.
We only saw their parents. Would the girl live?
No, we also saw.
We saw Darkest parents too.
Yeah, just she's a hoe.
Oh,
so.
I don't.
She's a prostitute, so we know where she is. She making money.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Only grew up in a broad life. We can't. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm like, these dudes are 12 and 13. I'm like, fam, you all have a whole biker gang and bikes.
It's like the only time you see their parents is if they die or they're in the hospital. It's like, where were you when all of this was going on?
Right. So at least I need to know now. Like, did they grow up in broken homes or like?
They probably did.
Speaking to that,
it'll be hilarious if Mikey grew up into like a normal home and Mikey's just.
I honestly feel like he did.
I kind of what I want to say. I kind of already know the answer to, but
okay.
You read the manga?
No, CJ spoiled me. But anyway, when Mikey brother came out into the light, like his whole demeanor, did y'all think that maybe that his brother was also in a gang?
Yeah.
At some point?
Yeah.
Now probably.
This was my train of thought.
Mikey mentioned it.
Like I don't.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
This was my train of thought, but as I was thinking about that, because I was remembering how, Mikey was telling all of them like beforehand that the reason why, they was trying to recruit for Toman was because they needed to fight some big gang.
Yeah.
That wasn't Valhalla. Is another big gang.
Okay.
And I was thinking to myself, what if Mikey brother was a part of this big gang?
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Yeah, so that was like something I was thinking about as I was watching this whole character. Because I just was like, he seems like somebody who would be important in a gang, just like how Mike.
He does.
So I just was like, what if? And then I was saying, what if this event could have caused something to happen? Like it's like, what if Mikey brother was the leader?
Probably.
Of this gang, maybe? So
probably caused his gang to attack them.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that as like a future setup type of thing.
Okay.
So and then I was saying maybe that's why they kick out Kazutora because one of the reasons why because like how Mikey really forgiving basically. Because Pa killed the nigga.
I mean that.
And he forgave Pa. I mean
that wasn't Mikey's splash.
I can't forgive.
Listen, that was say a lot about Mikey as a person. That was the case. I was just saying. But that's pretty odd.
Yeah, but I just was like, what if that's like one of the other reasons why they kick him out? Like he started a whole war that didn't need to happen because of what he did to the brother.
Good point. I mean, that's valid. Considering the manga, considering the show, the series, that seems like a possible outcome. But I really enjoyed this week's episode. It's definitely ramping up. It's very ramping. I still don't know if this break is ever gonna come.
It's not coming.
It's not going to come. It's not going to come.
Because now we're into the past stuff what they showed in the preview. So it's like,
so this the bloody Halloween?
Yeah, this is what they had in them as the episode we saw today was what was in the preview for it.
Okay.
That was in the preview for it.
Okay.
So what we
seeing these previews?
That came out like a while.
Twitter,
ago.
YouTube.
Yeah, Twitter mostly.
Oh, that's why.
The app you abandoned.
The app you abandoned. So I don't know if you want any other anime news sites or Well,
no.
Miles should update.
I just see it on Miles, but I don't remember if I
But they had a preview for Bloody Halloween, and it was like for October. So I don't understand. I don't know if the October was just because Halloween is in October, so they just put it in there.
Yeah.
So basically, everyone thought that it was going to go on break until October and come back in October.
That's it going straight to.
I mean, anime's done it before. Slime did it, so it's
because they don't have the episode count on Miles.
Oh, for Revenger, right?
Yes, not
exactly.
Maybe
it going into October.
Yeah,
into fall season.
Right. They don't have the count.
What? They have the timer on Was
Yeah,
this
they
live
just
show?
have
I don't think so.
questions. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have
I
the
don't know how
episode
much it
count.
Because the case study of Vanitas has the same question marks. I also need to watch this week's episode
Where
of
is
that.
this? What?
Oh yeah, April. I watched the new
Yeah.
episode of the detective is already dead, and it continues to be good.
Nah,
So like
I
I still don't know what you're talking about,
still
man.
watch it.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, at this point, it seems like a lot of people like it. I don't know. I guess it's just not for you, April.
And
The
the mystery with
I
the
guess
idol
not- I
girl
guess
was
not just
also
for you.
pretty fun too.
I guess not. For
I
you.
must say.
But how I know you guys watched Remade. How's Remade so far? I haven't had the opportunity. To
I
watch
like it, but then I also
It
like.
skipped the episode last. Well, it was on break last week for some reason.
Already?
Yeah, but it
Okay,
came
wow.
back this week. Did you watch it, April? Oh wait, she got out.
I know. But Vicky's saying you liked
Let
it.
me make sure. Yes, but I also like.
I'm
anime
here.
where
You
men
hear
are
me?
looking
Yeah,
nice
I can
hear
and
you now.
swimming.
Okay.
So
What'd
I
you like?
think
Sorry,
anime where you got nice anime boys swimming.
Oh,
so
okay, there you
yeah,
go.
I think
Oh,
my opinion
there-
would be a bias,
there you
but I
go,
do
there you
enjoy
go.
it so
Oh,
far.
so you're a Yuri fan. You like the
Fujoshi.
you like the yeah. You like the free.
You mean
the
yaoi?
free- I mean, sorry, yeah, yaoi. My bad. You like the free. You like the freeze. The
She like the free
what's-
boys.
That's
Yeah, I do
what's
actually like the Free Boys.
I mean, free was cool anime though. I would say.
I don't know.
Free odd.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I
I don't know if I'm gonna like. I don't know. I got to watch Remain. I have to watch a new episode because I don't know. It's losing my interest, especially with that break, for that random break they decide to have. Because like it's getting lost in my shuffle at least.
There's
Okay.
one
Like
anime that me and April watched that I want to bring attention to.
Sunny Boy?
Sunny Boy.
No,
Is it
not
Sunny Boy?
Boys.
Well, I
no.
didn't start that
Ooh, I
either,
thought it
but
was Sunny
It's
Boy.
it's the one we was talking about today, but with the Ita Den people. The
Oh, either
gods.
then, yeah.
That gave me Kimono Jihen vibes in a sense, but like it's like crazy, big. Like it's like these gods, and
Yeah.
like they could do all kind of superhuman stuff. Like it's the action. Like it's wait, Mappa make this anime too, right?
Yeah, Mappa did it.
Yeah, like the animation
this.
style.
Yeah,
This
Mappa
is
did it too, though.
crazy. It's
Okay.
like off
Yeah,
the
like,
wall
it's gonna
bonkers.
take.
Like,
It's gonna take some. Some people are not gonna like the style. It's gonna take some to get used to it. But I love it. That opening.
Bruh,
I love
it's
that
so-
opening.
that I loved. They have 2 episodes out now. I love.
Yeah.
I love both of them. It was.
The
so good.
opening is so
Highly recommend
trippy.
If y'all want something new to watch, check that out too.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we forgot to mention? The anime April was looking forward to.
Oh, the
was
pirate
what-
thing.
The pirate anime, which is also
That's a news.
yeah,
Piece of
that's a
news.
piece of news. Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot now that I remember it. It's
Yeah.
a collaboration between Crunchyroll and Adult Swim.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. I don't think Adult Swim has ever collaborated on.
They
anime
did one.
before. What was that?
Space Dandy.
Oh yeah.
The first episode
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Space
yeah,
Dandy
yeah,
aired on
yeah.
Adult Swim first
Yeah.
before it aired in Japan.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Fina Pirate Princess. Yes. That is okay. The actual trailer, the trailer for it looked good.
It looked
It
really
looks pretty
good. Yeah.
interesting. Now that I've seen it, it looks very.
Did you see the trailer, Vicky?
No. Actually, no, I think I glimpsed it. Did y'all share it?
I think we.
I
I
think y'all
did.
shared it.
I did. I
Okay,
did.
I think I watched like a couple seconds
I
and it was
did.
like, no.
Wow, really?
Uh,
Vicky is such a hot anime critic, man. Like it, like she is.
Why are you like this?
She is so. she is so
What?
not easily pleased. Like I feel like she's hot
Oh.
on anime. Like she's.
I was
What's
like, I
going
don't think, I
on
don't
with-
think it like tickled my fancy.
That's
I'm
not
like,
your.
eh.
That's not your
How
style.
big?
Well, Vicky does like more of the.
Think of it as like a
the-
Violet
uh-huh.
Evergarden type of thing, in a sense.
It does have that vibe. It does have that
Then I
vibe.
can just go back and watch Violet Evergarden.
Wow, that's
I'm
powerful.
so done with
That's
this
so
girl.
powerful. So what are you watching now, Vicky? What are you watching that's piqued your interest so far?
Let me see. What am I watching this season? I'm not really watching like
She ain't watching nothing with sense.
I like Sunny Boy. So Sunny Boy is
Yeah,
actually
let's talk
piquing
about
my interest.
how was Sunny Boy?
Yes, we
It's
didn't
someone-
talk about Sunny Boy last week. We didn't talk about
Someone
Sunny Boy
explain.
last
No,
week.
I
Someone
think-
explain Sunny Boy to me. What's going on?
I think that is being like the one that's
Uh-huh.
piquing my interest this season. My like Remain is just like that. That's just like fulfilling a genre that I like. So I can't really like consider like that. Like
Clearly.
yeah. So I don't know.
So what's Sunny Boy about though?
This is like about like this group of like I feel I saw like the animation style before. I can't remember if it's like Japan Sync or like it's something I watched.
Devil, is it like Madhouse last name Devil? Devil Crybaby.
What's the
no? Yes.
What's the Devil Man Crybaby? But what's the
it's like that?
What's the director name? Who does the
Art
animation?
style.
I forget his name. It's escaping me right now.
Let me see if I can find it.
It looks very like
it has like that.
Style.
It has like that flat color art style that I like.
That's his type of art style.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Studio Madhouse.
What
Yes, it's Madhouse. Yeah.
Their comeback anime, but
drama, sci-fi, superpower.
Yeah, it's like they grab a group of kids, they throw them in like this like dimension thing, and they kind of.
Oh, Funimation. Okay, I could watch this on Hulu.
Yeah, so like they just grab like this group, like a bunch of kids, throw them in this like dimension. It's kind of like
Lord of the Flies situation.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
See how it goes.
See, I didn't know what's in that.
And then like they have like
watched this already.
They have like these powers that they haven't like necessarily explained, but you just like see them using them in the first episode. Like, they have like these powers and so on. So yeah.
Masaki Yuasa.
Yeah, that last the episode this week was really good.
Crybaby.
All right,
that's Yuasa.
Okay.
It looked like Yuasa art style. Masaki Yuasa.
All right, okay. That's let me put Sunny Boy at the top of the list.
It's weird. It's weird to me. I don't know if I like it yet.
I like it.
Yeah.
One thing what I like to comment on is that there is like a silence to it.
What's that?
Yeah. Like there's no like artificial music. Like like in most animes, like you have like the OTS playing in the background.
It doesn't have any.
But
no.
It's just like natural. It's just like natural noise.
Yeah.
I really like that. I really like that style where they're taking.
It's like on an enclosed space.
After I catch up with some behind, I'm definitely gonna.
It really gives you the feeling that they're actually stuck in this pocket dimension.
Okay.
Like not even sound.
You remember the girlfriend anime I tell you about? He has a third girlfriend.
Yes, I have to. I still have to watch that. I have to watch that. I need to go and watch that.
I say, wow.
Oh no,
my guy, living the life.
If y'all heard Omar give me the summary of this anime, that is hilarious. I might as well tell you that and the Dungeon of Black Company.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Please, if you love anime that can make you laugh, please watch the Dungeon of Black Company.
That's hilarious.
I am begging you. I'm begging you.
April, you watched that?
No, I haven't.
Let me tell you how this is start. The main character is like, he's called himself a uber neat. What he mean by that is that instead of being like the typical neat, what he did was that he decided to like put money in like stock or whatever so he could get money, and then he made a bunch of apartments in the States, and he was making money off of that. And then after that, he had a shit ton of money. So when he come back to Japan, he made like these 3 like skyscrapers, and like he was living on the top of the middle one, and it was like luxurious. Like he had everything he would need for life. He was set. And when he was about to go take a shower, he get transported to another world.
Oh no!
I was just like, wow.
Dungeon of Black Company.
This nigga cheat the system, and the world was like, nope, none of this is for you. I was so hard. Listen, I was like,
when Omar told me that was the most hilarious thing I ever heard in my life.
I have to check it out.
That was the most hilarious thing.
Bro, I love it so hard.
Before we wrap up though, how we feeling about the episode 2 of Battle in 5 Seconds?
I love it.
Yeah. I like.
Let me see.
But before you get, I just want to say, I like the main girl more than I thought I would like. She's very more layered than I thought she would be.
Yep.
I definitely have to say she's more layered than I initially thought. I'd be perfectly honest. The personality she has, I didn't guess. I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, I like her. I like her personality. I like her backstory. It's just that, my God, why they had to make her fight the typical fat ugly bastard.
Listen, when homie...
Why? And they had to make it into almost rapey scene. Like, why they had to do that?
Almost
why couldn't they let her fight? Let me tell you.
Listen,
yo,
when homie took off his pants...
Why didn't they let her fight? Let her fight say like a skilled martial artist or something, and that way we could really see her strength or whatever. But no, we have to give her the fat ugly bastard.
Well, I guess she did need the motivation to.
It's like the choices that they're making is make like
powers.
it's like there's some choices that they're making that I like, and then there's other choices that they're making that's turning me off. So like I'm still like on the fence about it.
Okay, I mean, I did, like I said, I enjoyed her backstory a lot.
Yeah, backstory was really good.
So that was the highlight for me. I didn't like I said, I didn't really care much for the dude himself. I just wanted to see her use her powers and what it would be.
Yeah, I just wanted to see him beat him up.
Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much.
I know, but like you could give someone else like a big guy getting ready to fight. Like why he had to be all rapey? Like why you had to make him the foul ugly bastard from
it's
Japan?
I mean, I just about to say it's Japan.
I know.
It's Japan.
But they did like you could like you didn't have to do it.
Japan doesn't have to do a lot of things, but they still do it.
They ruined my experience. They just ruined my.
At least we can say that they didn't go too far. Whereas he was like stripping her clothes off it.
Listen, he just wanted to kill her. Honestly, he was more serial killer than rapist. He seemed like more from the high of killing girls than
he is like strangling them.
Yeah, that really is. But yeah, one of these episodes we have to get into the things that it's just
the dark side of anime.
Yeah, the dark side. Yeah, the dark side of anime. The real dark side of anime.
I mean, I don't mind the dark side of anime. It's just that it's like do it well. Just don't do it for like a kick. Speaking of, like, I don't know if I have enough time to talk about this, but what's that? What's that show? Kagaki Shoujo. I mentioned it last week, I think.
Yeah, that's the one.
And I mentioned that they.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought one of the main characters' backstories. Like, she was assaulted by her mother's boyfriend, and then like they ended the episode with this guy who was a stalker, and she ran away from him, and like the other girl was there facing off the stalker. This episode, what they did, I don't know, they made him like sympathetic, and like they made like, oh well, he wasn't really a stalker. He was just he just dressed and looks like a freak, but he followed her there. He still technically was a stalker, and it felt like they sort of like kind of undermined it a teeny bit. And I'm like, but then look like they're moving on to eating disorders next week, so I'm gonna see how they tackle this issue.
I gotta start watching that. Do that.
It's good.
That sounds like a whole lot.
Sounds like
I could get to that after I watch.
Vicky is never pleased by anything. That's just the concession. That's just where I'm at.
When I catch up with the PA Works anime, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
That's doing good so far. I didn't watch this week's episode. Yeah, I've watched it when we were finished, but it's doing good so far.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's it. That's where we're at for anime right now. We're watching a few things. Yeah. A lot. That's pretty much the main highlights I feel for this week. Because, like I said, I personally, I still have something to catch up on.
Vanitas. Have y'all watched Vanitas?
I didn't get a chance.
I didn't
get a chance to watch Vanitas.
I watched it.
I didn't get a chance. But
I'm every episode. Vanitas scared me this episode.
Power to watch things.
She didn't have power.
I mean,
you can watch it through the week.
Me?
Wow.
I
mean, sorry. I mean, it's.
Ain't nobody tell you I live where you live.
If VPN ain't on by now, I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Vanitas was very scary. I'm very terrified
this
of this man.
Intense, this episode
it was very intense. I'm very terrified of this man.
Okay. I need to go rewatch that then. But in pod news, this week we should be watching. We're gonna start to try and watch the Evangelion movies. Tongue tied. Anticipation for the latest movie. So definitely look out more for that because we're gonna be watching that in the Discord. So if you guys could come out and watch it with us, that'd be good. That'd be great. That'd be spectacular.
Which day are we planning on watching?
Wednesday.
Wednesday
seems like a good day.
Okay.
Start to dive into them because they're on Netflix, so we can always
right.
Be at easy access. Yes. So definitely we can send out a reminder.
Tell you why Rich and have Netflix might be Paul.
Vicky, I know you're using Netflix for somebody. Don't do that.
Vicky have access for every.
I know. I don't know why
all
she
the
doing
time.
this.
They keep making that money.
She have access to all of them.
I stream pool with people.
Exactly.
As all of we,
everybody
all
does.
Us,
everybody does.
Listen, Hulu is not mine.
I mean, I'm paying for most
Netflix
of
is
my
not mine.
streams.
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
don't.
using
The
for.
Netflix ain't mine.
Netflix
Hulu
is
ain't
not
mine. Amazon Prime Video ain't mine.
Well, Amazon Prime Video is mine.
The only one is mine.
And
Is
Crunchyroll.
So the one is mine is Crunchyroll.
Is Disney
Funimation.
Plus.
Oh yeah,
HBO Max.
and Disney Plus.
They're the only two that I actually.
Like
Hulu.
For me,
that's those ones.
I'm the one that everyone's sucking off of. I own Amazon Prime. I own the Netflix. I own the Funimation. Well, I recently owned Funimation and Hulu.
Yeah, don't be mad. Like, don't be upset. I feel like everyone using my Disney Plus, so I might as well tell you.
What?
Every single person looks at my
You
Disney
making
Plus.
that money? You got that Disney Plus?
I Legion off Omar.
I mean, well, if anyone has Crunchyroll that I can hop on, I would like that.
I will
never share my account. I share it with
buy
another person.
I guess you can hop on my account so you can watch.
Yeah, talk about supporting the industry. Then people
I will
be
support
working
the
hard,
industry in other
ways. I know they'll be working hard. I also be working hard.
How do you support the industry tomorrow?
By going to Fusion to watch their movies.
Wow. Anyway,
they probably only get 5% of that.
Yeah.
Real fun fact. The
5%
author for Demon Slayer got pennies, almost basically pennies.
You serious?
I'm dead serious. She barely got anything for the movie.
Because if you look down the rabbit hole, you have the people who made the movie, and the people who made the anime, and then her.
And Demon Slayer and Mugen Train is
then the licensing company gonna take a big chunk out of that too.
Yeah.
So really and honestly, they probably don't get much, unless I guess.
The money goes through a lot of hands before it gets to her.
Toriyama probably get a lot. I feel like Horikoshi gets a lot too because he's very hands-on with the movies.
Yeah, he makes himself involved.
Yeah,
because Horikoshi is smart. Horikoshi is like, I'm gonna get my hands in this money.
She got pennies for Mugen Train, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it sucks.
But
the creator of the thing gets
but
where I can watch it on Funimation, and she may get a little bit more from there. You never know.
A little more from there. That's right. But yeah, guys, look out for that. We're gonna, start that series, so that should be fun. So with that being said, this has been another episode of the Otaku Summit. Thank you guys for listening again.
Yes,
and with that,
sir.
Otaku's out.
Track